Well, it's that time of year where we visit the Hocking Hills, and boy, what a great getaway from the Columbus area. Just an easy drive down 33 to the Hocking Hills. We're here at the Hocking Valley Scenic Railroad, a great place to start your Hocking Hills adventure, and we've got a lot on today's show. Everything from all kinds of activities, great eats. You don't want to miss 1 minute of today's show. I'm Mike Kilburn, and along with Renee Warner, we're out and about in the Hocking Hills.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff. The number one tourist attraction in Athens County is the Hocking Valley Scenic Railroad, where you can hear them yell, "All aboard!" We talked to Bob, and he told us more about what you're going to find when you come down and enjoy the Hocking Valley Scenic Railroad. This is an amazing attraction down this way. How does this rank in terms of attractions in the area?
Actually, for a long time, we've been Athens County's number one tourist attraction for quite a few years.
I don't have any trouble believing that. Tell folks what they can expect when they take a train ride on the Hocking Valley Scenic Railroad.
Well, you can expect to ride on vintage equipment, some of which is next to us here. A couple of items are even 100 years old, believe it or not. We ride up our line, west here on our line, about 11 miles. And then come on back. It's a nice round trip. One ride takes about an hour and a half, and another ride takes a little bit longer, about 2.5 hours.
Yeah. How long does the railway run into the year?
We start with the Easter Bunny train, actually the Saturday before Easter. And then we actually start our season Memorial Day weekend, which we just started recently. And we run every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 2 trains Saturday, 2 trains Sunday, rain or shine, through October. We take a little break, and then in November and the end of November, we start our Santa Claus trains, and we finish up with our New Year's party train on New Year's Eve.
How would you describe the attractions? Family friendly?
Oh, definitely. Definitely family friendly, yes.
I bet the kids really get a kick out of being on the train and riding, as well as the adults.
We do. You'd be surprised how many adults will tell us that they've never ridden on a train before. And of course, a lot of the kids have never ridden on a train before, so that's quite a kick for them, and of course we enjoy that too.
Yeah. I know you do some trips in the fall, because when the leaves are changing down here, of course, everybody comes to Hocking Hills for that.
Yes.
And I bet that's just amazing.
Yes, it is. It is. We actually add trains during the week in our fall foliage runs. We run trains on Thursday and Friday at 1 o'clock, in addition to our weekend trains during October. So it's very busy time.
Well, all I got to say is what a great experience. Tell us how we find the train station and get to enjoy this.
You can find us at hvsry.org or easier, hockingvalleytrain.org.
You're also on Facebook?
We're on Facebook, and we're also on Twitter.
Well, if you're in high school and considering your career path, you may want to consider Hocking College. They have more than 50 job-ready majors at this college. We had an opportunity to talk to Dr. Betty Young, and she explained what makes Hocking College so unique. Tell us, our viewers, a little bit about Hocking College and what makes this college so unique.
Well, Hocking College is a 2-year college, but it's Ohio's only 2-year college that has a full residential program. So we have campus life, dorms, athletics, all the kinds of things that you would expect to see in the much larger state university system. But you find it right here in Southern Ohio on a small, quiet campus in a rural area. We have over 50 career-ready type programs. So when folks graduate from us, they have that opportunity to go into the workplace, into jobs that are great paying careers.
Yeah. Are there any programs that you're particularly proud of at the college?
Oh gosh, you get me in trouble because there are so many. But what I'd like to point out probably is that we have things if you want to be in the trades. We're very much associated with our local unions. So if you want to be a heavy equipment operator or a carpenter, an electrician, any of those kinds of things, those are possibilities. If you want to be in the healthcare field, we do everything from an RN, nurse, through all the other support services in healthcare. If you want to work in hospitality and culinary, we have a world-renowned culinary program here. And in the animal sciences, a lot of people enjoy working with the horses. We have a new animal-assisted therapy that has a canine track for those who want to work with dogs and do dog training, that type of thing. So again, very unique kind of programs, but programs that end in jobs for our students.
Yeah. Your first responder programs are something I'm familiar with, and they are just renowned throughout the state. Everybody knows them. How have you reached that goal, or how have you reached that point?
The public service sector is a very important part for us as a society, right? We need highly qualified and trained police officers, EMTs, paramedic, firefighters, all of those folks. And so we're really proud of the fact that we provide that kind of training here. Matter of fact, we're introducing some new technology into that program using virtual reality. Wow. And it allows us to teach not just all those basic skills, but also the other side, the empathy for those that are impacted by a lot of life tragedies.
Well, Dr. Young, we're going to leave it there, but some great information, a great school. Give us some contact information where people can learn more.
Hocking.edu.
Fantastic. Dr. Young, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Like the Out and About Columbus Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news about upcoming shows and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/OutandAboutColumbus.
The Parade of the Hills Festival in Nelsonville is a great time to be had for every member of the family. Come on down and check it out. Alicia and John told us about the history and some of the highlights of the festival. Well, John and Alicia, welcome to Out and About Columbus. Let me start with you, Alicia. Tell us all about the Nelsonville Parade of the Hills. When and why did it get started?
Parade of the Hills began in 1950, and it was originally named the Hocking Valley Festival, and they changed it to Parade of the Hills, and they added a Queen's contest, and it's sponsored by the Elks, the Eagles, and the VFW, and all of the proceeds go to the Nelsonville Area Charity Christmas Basket Fund.
Well, so when folks come to the Parade of the Hills, what kinds of things are they going to find? What are the highlights this year?
Well, Wednesday kicks off the athletic day, and that's in the morning, and it's followed by our Welcome Home Parade and, of course, the crowning of the Little Miss Parade of the Hills. And Thursday, we have the Bicycle Parade and Senior Day at Stewart's Opera House, as well as the pie auction and pie contest, and so that's always fun. Friday is the formal judging of the Queen's contestants, as well as the Ohio State Fiddlers contest, and that's held in the Stewart's Opera House as well. And Saturday is our 5K in the morning and the Grand Parade, and that's after the 5K. And after our Grand Parade is the crowning of the 2018 Miss Parade of the Hills.
Tell everybody what sets the Parade of Hills apart from other festivals in the area.
Well, we have 3 parades. One is the Welcome Home Parade on Wednesday night. Then on Thursday night, we have the Bicycle Parade. And then on Saturday night, or Friday night, we have the Grand Parade. Also, we have many free entertainment on 2 stages, and also too we have free kids games daily. We have a bicycle parade for the kids, and of course we have plenty of the carnival rides and food and games for the kids.
Well, how can we find out more about the Nelsonville's Parade of the Hills?
You can get in touch with our area chamber at 740-753-4346, or you can go to our website, which is www.prairieofthehills.org. Or you can stay in touch with us and follow us on Facebook.
Well, again, thank you so much for having us out and telling us about this wonderful event.
Well, if you're coming down to the Hocking Hills, you have to stop by the Appalachian Arts and Crafts Market. This place has just all kinds of things. It's just fun to come in, shop, and look around. We talked to Sandra Sushi. You might even find her down here on a trip to the Hocking Hills, but it is a phenomenal place. Well, what's new here? That's what's important.
Well, there's lots of things new here. One is this booth right behind us. This is what we call our presidential booth. It's very patriotic, has a lot of good guys up there. They did a lot for our country.
This is a great place to come and shop and check out. And you're right on 33 on the way to the Hocking Hills, right?
That is correct, sir. We have a lot of neat things. We have homemade cutting boards down here that's made by a guy right down in our next county. We have a walking stick if you want to go to the parks and walk. We have a lot of primitive stuff. We have a lot of Americana, a lot of country stuff, Polish pottery, Jim Shore. We have a large selection of earth rugs and also of Billy Jacobs portraits. And speaking of Billy Jacobs, he will be here for a meet and greet signing Saturday, July the 7th, starting at 11 a.m.
Billy Jacobs does what kind of artwork?
He does a lot of country. I see a lot of things that look like it's sort of Amish. He will take maybe 2 or 3 different things and put them together and make one picture.
All the housewares and furniture, and this is just a menagerie of you name it.
That's correct. And the furniture that is here is all handmade. It's all handmade. It's very nice. I wish we had about a half hour so I could show it all to you.
Yeah, well, you know how to solve that? I'll tell you how you solve it.
How's that?
Drive down here, see you in person, and spend the day walking through here.
That is even a better idea.
Well, Sanders, too, tell people how they can find you down here in the Hocking Hills.
The location is right off of 33. You come down about 45 miles south of Columbus. It's right at the intersection of 374. In other words, when you pass Go Mart, get in the left-hand lane and get ready to turn.
And give us that website and other places we can find you on social media.
Okay, the one is AppalachiaArtandCraftMarket.com, and I think you can find us on Facebook also under Appalachia Art and Craft.
Fantastic. I'll tell you, it's a great place to come and shop and enjoy if you're coming to Hocking Hills. It's a great place just to spend a little bit of time, right?
It's nice to talk to you again.
Fantastic. Good seeing you, Sanders Sue.
Would you like your business to appear on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more.
You know, one of my favorite places to eat in the Hocking Hills is the Millstone BBQ. The food is fantastic. They have something every night, too, and they've got a great bike night if you just want to get away from Columbus and travel down this way. We talked to Mandy Reeves and learned what's new here at the Millstone for the summer months. I know there's always something new here at the Millstone, so what's new?
Well, we're going to be rolling out a new menu in the next couple weeks for the summer, bringing in some lighter fare and some more vegetarian options, as always. And then we, of course, are celebrating the 1 year of our sister restaurant, the Hungry Buffalo next door, and they various menu, a little bit more of the burgers and pizzas and that kind of thing. But just getting ready for our big summer.
One of the things about that you can't miss this as you travel 33 coming down out of Columbus, especially, and it is. I've sampled the barbecue here. It is absolutely fantastic. The food is just fantastic and a great, it's a great meal to come in and enjoy this on the way down the Hocking Hills, or if you're down here staying in one of the cabins to come and enjoy this. Let's talk about some of the events and things that you have and are coming up this summer. I know you have a great bike night down here, but beyond that.
Well, our bike night would have started last night, but again, it got rained out sadly. But that will be going on all summer through August, and that's every Tuesday night. Lots of beer specials and great bands going on this year and some good giveaways. We also have a big thing for Ohio Brew Week this year. So we're going to be doing something almost every day for that. That is in July. We're going to be featuring some of the biggest Ohio breweries. We've got Warped Wing, Brewdog, Rheingeist, and a few others. So we're going to have lots of live entertainment and beer trucks and things going on for that. So.
Craft beer's big. It's a big. We're in great country for craft beer.
We are. We're right along the Great Highway of it too. So we get a lot of the good ones from Athens and Columbus, and we feature a lot of those. So we like to work with them well.
I noticed up on the board you have something kind of every night of the week. You have an event here, right?
Yeah. We try to keep it a little active. Wings on Mondays, of course, bike night. Fridays are prime rib. And one of our biggest things that we're really proud of is our breakfast buffet that we do every Sunday. It's 10 to 1, and we do a pancake of the day that's really taken off. That's a really popular one. So kind of get some fun and funky ones going.
Yeah, that's fantastic. At least, always some reason to come and visit the Millstone. Give us some contact information where we can find you and enjoy some of the great barbecue and food here.
You can find us on millstonebbq.com. You can see our full menu and some of our band lineup, as well as our catering menu, because we're doing a lot of the catering now. And then if you'd like to look us up on Facebook, we have a great Facebook page going as well. And that's just under Millstone BBQ.
Sounds wonderful. Mandy, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
You know, it's a lot of fun to go zip lining in the Hocking Hills, and a great place to go zip lining is Soaring Cliffs. We had an opportunity to stop by and check it out, and boy, I'll tell you, there is some real differences in the things that they do here. Sydney Hunter told us more. Zip lining is so much fun. It is a great time. How do you differentiate yourselves from other zip lines down here in the Hocking Hills?
Yeah, so two things that we really pride ourselves on as a company is having families be kept together. So we can accommodate to any group size, which isn't something that most zipline companies can do around here. So the max that we take out in a group is 10, but as long as people call ahead, we can take up to 30 people on a tour at once.
It's so much fun. How long does it take to get through this course?
It only takes about 2 hours. Again, that depends on the group size.
People get afraid. Do they get scared to do it?
Yeah, they definitely do. But we do have a few security things in place to kind of keep everyone safe, because that is our number one concern. So what we do is we actually have an automatic brake system on all of our lines. And what that means is that the people aren't responsible for stopping themselves. And then on top of that, we have an automatic backup brake system, which just adds that extra security that people are looking for.
What kind of safety equipment is required to do a zipline course?
So none of it's really required. It's just extra precautions that we feel comfortable taking. So we have our automatic brake, our backup brake, and then we require all of our participants to wear closed-toed shoes and our gear, including the helmet that we have. That just adds that extra security.
What's the primary company focus here?
The focus is safety, and then your customer experience next. So we do everything to please our people. We don't really like to push people through just to receive the money. So we're looking for all 10 of our zips to be satisfactory to all of our people. One of the zips is actually the tallest in the state, and that one's a 1/4 mile long. So that's a really cool thing that we pride ourselves on. We are rated #1 on TripAdvisor, and then we actually stop in one of our 3 caves on our course and make hot dogs and s'mores over a campfire, which is an experience that most people get to have.
It's one of those things that I think it's breathtaking to do.
Oh yeah.
I've done it like once, and it was like, wow.
Yeah.
It really.
Yeah, it's definitely for those adrenaline junkie people.
Yeah. It's a great time. Well, give us some contact information, how we can get a group to come down, reserve time, and get to do this.
Yeah, of course. So our #1 way to reach us is either booking online or calling ahead. We can either do same-day reservations or calling ahead. Just really solidifies your spot with us, because we can't guarantee anything if you come in right away. The next best thing would be going online to www.soaringcliffs.com, and that has all of our contact information there.
Well, I tell you, that sounds great. And bring the cameras, right?
Yes, of course. Bring your cameras. You can bring them out on tour.
Great. Sydney, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for coming out.
If it's happening in Central Ohio, you can find it on our events page. onacolumbus.com will give you detailed information on everything: arts, entertainment, education, sports, theater, and more. Go to onacolumbus.com and click on ONA Events.
Well, we found some really great cabins in the Hocking Hills that actually sits between a couple nature preserves and some other great cabins that have some wonderful locations down in the Hocking Hills. And guess what? They have availability, and that's so important this time of the year if you're coming down to the Hocking Hills. We talked to Gary and Karen. You might remember them from the Dairy Hut in Pataskala. Well, they have Creeks Crossing cabins. The last time, of course, we all got together was Dairy Hut, which you guys own in Pataskala.
Yep.
Well, we found out you have some cabins here in the Hocking Hills. So how did you get started in this business? What got you interested in being in Hocking Hills?
So about 20 years ago, I found out there was 10 acres my grandfather actually camped on back in the 1940s with his 4 brothers every year. And lucky enough to come down here and buy it. About 10 years ago, Karen and I started building cabins.
Wow.
And this one here is called the Cabinette Preserve. The reason we named it this, we're actually in between 2 exclusive private reserves. You have to have a permit to get on them, but the permits are free. The legend is that Saltpeter Caves is actually where Tecumseh is buried.
Not only do you have this cabin, but you have some others up here, right?
Right. We have a total of 4 cabins, and we do have some available dates left for later on this summer. You can go to our website, and we have a calendar on there that's updated every day.
Fantastic. Karen, we'll turning to you. Let's talk about some of the amenities in this cabin, because I actually had the opportunity to walk through and actually see some of it.
That's right.
So talk a little bit about that with us.
What we like about our cabins is that we think of them as homes, but we have nice sized living room, full size dining room area, full kitchen. We love taking people out into nature, so we put on an extra large porch, plenty of seating, dining table out there, but then we also have pool table,
foosball table, and we also have a jacuzzi tub for 2.
So I guess the big question is, of course, availability is very tough this time of the year. Down Hills, do you have availability? And if so, how do we get a hold of you?
Yes, we still have some availability later this summer. You can reach us at 740-385-4501 or on our website at creekscrossingcabins.com. And we also have a Facebook page, Creeks Crossing Cabins.
Fantastic. Karen, thanks so much for being on the show. Gary, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, Mike.
Well, if you love to get out on the water for a little adventure, Raccoon Creek Outfitters is the place to come. It's not your average kayaking tour. Bobby and Dustin told us about some of the things that you'll experience when you come out to visit. Bobby, let me start with you. Tell us what all goes on here.
Okay, so this is our Outfitters. This is our little slice of heaven. We offer canoeing, kayaking, camping. We have RV sites with water and electric hookups. We have a 5-mile and a 7-mile tour that we do. The 5-mile takes about an hour to an hour and a half. Very scenic, beautiful little area that we go through. And the 7-mile takes about 2.5 hours. We take you up, put you in the water, and you paddle back to us. With that includes your paddle, your life vest, and your rental. You can take coolers out there, but alcohol is not permitted on the water. Fishing is permitted as long as you have a fishing license. And then we do have a retail shop as well. In the retail shop, we sell kayaks, all your gear needed for kayaks. We have paddles and vests and some merchandise that goes with your kayaks.
Tell us a little bit about how you're involved with the community.
So we offer a discounted price to like your 4-H groups and your court systems with kids that don't normally get to come out if they're in the foster care or whatever. Anytime you have a big group, we definitely give a big discount there.
I'm going to turn to you, Dustin. Tell us more about the kayaks, because you guys are really about kayaks. What kind of kayaks do you have here?
We run out a couple different brands. We run out Jackson Kayak, and we also have some Old Town kayaks and Renero canoes. For sale and purchase, we actually sell the New Canoe brand. There's a few different models within that. And we also sell Bonafide. We have 2 different models with them in stock. And we have the abilities to get Jackson Kayak.
Well, how can we find out more information so we can come out here and have some fun?
Definitely check out our Facebook page. It's one of our easiest way to kind of get hold of us. And you can also visit our website. It's RaccoonCreekOutfitters.com. And that's a great way to kind of check us out, find us, and get locations to here.
Fantastic. Well, again, thank you guys for coming on, and I encourage everyone to come out here. It sounds like a good time.
Thank you so much.
Like the Out and About Columbus Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news about upcoming shows and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/OutandAboutColumbus.
Well, if you're coming down the Hocking Hills to enjoy a few days, one of the things you might want to consider is taking an airplane ride and kind of seeing the Hocking Hills from the air. And the owner of Sundowner Aviation can certainly point out some of the great points of the Hocking Hills. Or maybe you want to get that pilot's license and do that yourself. You can learn some of that right here on a simulator just like this. We learned more from Pat Rooney. Sundowner Aviation is right at basically the foot of the Hocking Hills here in Lancaster. Mm-hmm. What about people that actually just kind of want to take a tour and see it? What are some facts about that?
Well, this is a great place to come, and they can learn a little bit about flying, and we can show them some of the geography. Like Mount Pleasant here in Lancaster is right at the edge where the Wisconsin Glacier stopped 50,000 years ago. And from the air, you can see it all the way down through the valley, where to the west is pretty flat, and to the east where it goes into the hills. So it's kind of neat to see geography in action, if you will.
What's it look like kind of taking a look at the actual Old Man's Cave and that from the air? I imagine that's pretty breathtaking to see.
Well, it is and it isn't. During the summer, it's not that exciting because there's so many trees, and you can't see through them, so you can't see what's going on. Mm-hmm. But in the fall, when we have the leaves changing, it's just breathtaking.
Let's talk a little bit about flight training, because one of the things you obviously do here, and you do well, is by all the shirt tails that are back here from people who solo and all the people who have their license that's written on this prop. What does it typically take to get a license today?
Well, you're looking at least 40 hours. U.S. average is 75. Around here, we're running about 55 hours for your license. And you basically do simulated instrument stuff. You have to do obviously takeoff and landings. You got to learn all your emergency procedures, and you got to pass an oral exam, a written exam, and a flight exam. So it's fairly challenging.
It's a rainy day, and if I'm learning, what do I do when it's raining?
Well, on a rainy day like today, there's not so much that we can do in the airplane. But we do have a simulator, and we can use that for both instrument, and we can use that for VFR flying. VFR being when it's clear, instrument obviously being when it's cloudy.
Well, that's certainly a neat way to learn using a simulator, and I'm sure it's a little less expensive than actually flying the real thing.
Oh, it's a lot. It's only about a third the cost. Yeah. And you can get a lot of training because the nice thing is you don't have the stress, and you can just stop it. It's real hard to pull over in the air.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, give us some contact information where we can come down and take a ride with Sundowner or take some lessons.
All right, you can find us at sundowneraviation.com, and you can call us at 740-654-7001.
Fantastic. Pat, so good seeing you again. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thanks for coming down.
The Cardinal Center in Marengo has something for everyone this summer, from camping to shooting, and they've just opened their new pistol range, now open to the public. Jack and Daniel told us about the history and some of their new events coming up this summer. 2, 1. So tell us about the campground and the shooting area.
We have probably 500 campsites. In the shooting center, we have a trap line that is 52 traps. And for our 3 largest shoots, they're every one of them full. And we've got a facility called the banquet room, and attached to it is an inside swimming pool. And the banquet room is booked up pretty good for weddings and family events.
Well, Daniel, tell us about some of the events you have coming up here at the center.
So our biggest event is going to be the SCTP Nationals, and we have, at this point, 4,500 registered kids that are going to compete in that event, and it's going to pack out the grounds. It's going to be a big event, and during that event, we're actually going to be shooting a film for a movie that's coming out that's going to hit the big screen sometime next year. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
Absolutely. And then we have the other traditional shoots that we do, the Ohio State shoot and the Cardinal Classic and all those that we always do every year.
So what can we look forward to this summer at the Cardinal Center?
Well, one of our big things is the 4th of July celebration, and we actually have fireworks here at the Cardinal Center. We have camping open to the public. Anybody would be welcome to come and partake in camping and the 4th of July celebration and see the fireworks. And the date for that is the weekend before 4th of July. And then also we have a big Halloween weekend, and the information for that can be found on our website at thecardinalcenter.com.
Great information. And besides your website, how can we find out more information about the Cardinal Center?
We have some social media pages that you can follow, and you can always call our campground office at 419-253-0800.
Thank you again for having us out to this great center. It looks like a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Everybody seems to enjoy it, and we love having everybody out and look forward to seeing everybody come out and enjoy it.